Despite the troubling hostilities across the Atlantic, most Americans remain staunchly against involvement in any overseas struggles. Since the 1920s, America had steered a course of isolationism, staying out of foreign affairs. The Great Depression and the economic, social, and political turmoil it caused domestically contributed to the belief that Americans should concentrate on solving America's problems. In 1928, the U.S. signed the Kellogg-Briand Pact and were eventually joined by 61 other nations in a pledge to never make war again. By 1930, rumors spread claiming that bankers and munitions dealers, anxious to turn a quick profit, had dragged the United States into World War I. Congressional hearings ensued. They found that huge amounts of money had in fact been made by these so-called merchants of death. The American public's outrage only added to the anti-war sentiment. Clearly, Americans had no taste for another war.
In the event of war in Europe, I think we should stay out of it entirely.
All our efforts should be made to keep out of the fight.
Let Europe fight their own battles. They mean nothing to us.
This time America should keep out, and I know I will.
President Franklin Delano Roosevelt was well aware of the country's feelings. In 1935, Congress passed the Neutrality Acts, stopping the sale of arms or loans of money to nations at war. But by 1937, Roosevelt found it increasingly difficult to support isolationism. When Japan again invaded China in July of 1937, FDR ignored the Neutrality Acts, sending arms to aid China. Flooded with protests accusing him of leading America into war, FDR backed off, while tensions mounted in Europe and Asia.
I have been compelled to contrast our peace with very different scenes that are being enacted in other parts of the world.
In contrast to the turbulent events occurring overseas, America was at peace. The country was climbing out of the Great Depression, and people were beginning to again enjoy the fruits of a prosperous society.